first came the E-clutch. And the E-clutch was NLB's run at putting an electronic clutch in between the pump and the unit.
Correct.
And the idea is that you could disconnect that pump from the diesel engine through that electromagnetic clutch, which was an interesting idea because it would stop the flow of water. The pump would not turn when you didn't want it to.
Correct. And it eliminated system valves and dump valves. And
Yep. Eliminated a lot of things that could have wear in them, and it was a good idea. But in order to do that with the standard E-clutch unit, you had to have somebody back at the panel turning the switch on and off.
Correct.
Just like a PTO handle. I mean, you could do the same thing with someone engaging and disengaging a PTO handle.
Yep, exactly.
Now the E-clutch was much easier. It was a flip of a switch instead of a big handle to push and pull, but essentially it would do the same thing. But to your point, what eSync allowed us to do was, instead of having to have someone back at the pump actually turning the switch on and off, we put the ability in the operator to turn that switch on and off.
Correct. Either through a foot box, a pendant, or a hand lance.
Right. Yep. Originally there was the foot box, the pendant, and the hand lance. After which we did do there's some spin jets, I think, that have eSync technology built into them.
Yeah, we've integrated it into spin jets and a couple other components.
Yeah. So Ryan, if I have an eSync 2.0 unit, or maybe I have multiple eSync 2.0 units in my fleet, and today I need to take my 40K unit out and I'm going to run a 40K application. I pick this hand lance up. What do I need to do to make sure that this hand lance works with the E-clutch unit that I picked up and put down the road today?
So every time you turn the tools on, either the receiver or the eSync tool itself, you have to sync the two together and do a handshake. So it is required to use a cable at least to do the initial handshake of the devices.
So what does that look like? There's a short section of cable like this.
Yep.
And you would make a wired connection between the tool and the connection on the unit.
Correct.
And then you turn
the ignition on your pump unit and turn the tool on through the battery switch.
Okay. Which is in this instance right here.
Yep. On the lance, it's on the end of the grip, and on the flip box, it is on the end of the enclosure there.
Yep.
Wait for the lights to start blinking. They're gonna do a series of red and green, and then start flashing green heavily.
Yep.
After they're connected.
Okay, great. So not a complex process, but
no.
And then once that unit is on and the accessory is on, those two are paired to each other for the remainder of the time that both of them stay on.
Correct.
So
you can't have someone operating a foot box and triggering your pump while you're operating a hand lance.
Yeah, right. A tool can be paired to a pump, and once those two are paired, they are only paired to each other until one or the other is shut off.
Correct.
Then they become unpaired, at which point you can grab another tool. If you wanted to use the foot box now, you could take the foot box and pair that to that same unit.
Yeah.
The point being that any of these tools can sync with any eSync 2.0 unit at any point in time, but they can only be synced to each other.
Yes.